Greetings, my name is Carlos Caldona and I will be presenting the progress report for the improvement to the manufacturing process for screens. In this presentation, these are the following subjects we will be covering: a problem statement, the activities, problems we've encountered during the execution, a closing statement, and a questions and answer session to address any concerns you may have. This company is located in Puerto Rico and is dedicated to the manufacturing of aluminum works. What this means is that they perform production of doors, windows, and screens. Screens are divided in other categories such as nylon screen and plastic screens. For this project, we're just going to be addressing the nylon screens. This company has noticed that their manufacturing process is taking longer than they expected, and they want to reduce their execution time for the manufacture of a nylon screen, as well as increase their manufacturing production and their income. As part of this project, the activities that were performed were that we met with the organization and requested some resource to gather some data that were going to be needed to analyze their manufacturing process. The data that we were going to gather is related to the material that they need for the preparation of screens and the time that it takes for them to prepare the screens. We're going to take these times and we're going to analyze it and determine if the process that they have is capable and provide what they need. Also, we were going to generate some solutions for them and their process. We use two methods. We use the cause and effect diagram to determine what is their fault, as well as the five whys. The following slides will be discussing the cause and effect diagram and the five whys. In the cause and effect diagrams, we were looking to see what were the issues that they were having for the manufacturing process of nylon screens. In the area, we noticed that they lacked organization. They also lacked personnel, and they didn't have a standard operating procedures for the manufacturing screens. An example of their lack of organization is that when they used probably a hammer, they will use the same hammer in a nylon screen manufacturing as well as in the manufacturing of a door. So they will basically move the hammer from place to place and then they will spend too much time locating where they left their equipments. Another one is since they have fewer employees, their task had to be addressed faster or in a disorganized fashion. And their disorganization in the work area also didn't allow them to effectively manufacture the screens. In the five whys, we found as a fault the screen manufacturing efficiency. Why? Because their area worked out layout is not organized. Why? Because they didn't have a standardized work area. Why? Because they didn't have time to organize the materials and equipment. Because why? Because they had an overload of work tasks, meaning that they were performing a screens, and once they completed the screens that were doing, they had to rush and perform another task such as a window or a door, or go install a any product that they sold to a business or a local client. And why was that? Because they lack employees. So some of the problems we encountered, like I mentioned before, was scheduling issues. We wanted to schedule time for us to measure the time that it took the employee, like we mentioned, to prepare the materials for the screen and the screen manufacturing. But since the employee had to do a lot of tasks, it was very difficult for us to schedule a time with them. Also, another issue that we found was that the production orders that came in for screens were from different sizes or a small quantity of screens for us to gather enough data to analyze it. So we had to wait until they received a big order for the same screen and same size for us to gather sufficient data to analyze it. Another issue with that was that they had fewer employees, meaning that we just had to schedule and work around them for us to gather that data. And because of that, they had to either go to another house to perform installation services, or they had to work around uh, making doors and windows, or screens made out of plastic, and other products that they required. Um, so, as part of this project, we went there and we got a better understanding of their manufacturing process, how they work, how their areas were um, used. We also noticed that they had a lot of disorganization, and we have a lot of input from our visits. So now, following these steps, are we going to be generating solutions to their issue to try to improve their manufacturing process and provide them a satisfactory accomplishment for their problems and issues. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.